What is going on, y'all nation? Welcome back to the channel for your weekly Cyberpunk update. This time on some big departures from CDPR, some fresh new talent coming on board, some statistics in Night City, and a big investors call. Before we get into it, make sure you check out my new series called The Cyberpunk World, where we discuss real-life cyberpunk stories, and grab yourself a shiny new display to hang in your office or gaming setups for 15% off using the link in the pinned comment. Getting right into it, CD Projekt Red shared some statistics about their player habits in the world of Night City on their Twitter feed recently. When it comes to street cred level, apparently 23.5% of players have reached their max street cred, and 2 million people have defeated Razor Hughes in the ring, making him the boxer with the worst record in Night City. The street cred statistic seems kinda low to me until you factor in that a lot of people have shelved Cyberpunk until it can run smoothly, and offer that AAA experience to console players. The Razor Hughes statistics seemed out of whack as well, because even on lower difficulties, he was spanking me pretty badly along with Rhino. But I figured for this one, a lot of players were abusing the drop melee weapon mechanic in these fights. That lets you drop a katana or blunt weapon before the fight to dish out a ton of damage. If you beat Razor Hughes legit, well then my respect to you. But I gotta say that was a frustrating fight to say the least. When it comes to our best bud Victor, players have been settling their debts all across Night City. So much so that Vic has earned a whopping 147 billion euro dollars. I can't say I settled my debts, but I'm a penny pinching son of a gun, so my respect to those who did. Finally, we have Panam as Night City's most wanted romance, which I have to agree with. I'm team Panam over Judy, and I absolutely adored the Nomad segments of the main quest, although Pyramid Song with Judy did make the race pretty tight for me. Thinking back to the stories and the visual flair of this game actually makes me really excited for the expansions, their stories, and their characters. I really can't wait to experience more of Night City in the Badlands. Getting into our next news story, we have a big one, but one that I think is much needed after reading up on the details on the development of Cyberpunk 2077 post-release, which is the departure of game director Adam Badowski, who will no longer be in charge of the future of Cyberpunk 2077. In his place comes Gabe Amatangelo, who prior to CDPR's change to their pipeline was going to be leading the multiplayer standalone for Cyberpunk. If you guys remember the post-release Bloomberg article via Jason Schreier highlighting the developmental issues that plagued Cyberpunk, you'll remember this quote. Although Cyberpunk 2077 was announced in 2012, full development didn't start until late 2016, which was when CD Projekt Red hit the reset button. Studio head Adam Badowski took over as director, demanding overhauls to Cyberpunk's gameplay and story. For the next year, everything was changing, including fundamental elements like a gameplay perspective. Top staff who had worked on The Witcher 3 had strong opinions on how Cyberpunk should be made, which clashed with Badowski and led to the eventual departure of several top developers. The bothersome part was the last one, where top devs from arguably one of the greatest games of all time had strong convictions about Cyberpunk, but the back and forth got so bad that they had to leave. This really hints at Badowski ruling with an iron fist, and not really listening to those you probably should be getting a ton of insight from. Employee churn is natural in the game development space, but big departures in Mateusz Tomaszkiewicz and Holly Bennett have been announced recently. Just to clarify, both of these seem to be on their own accord. It didn't seem like they were pressured to leave. Moving on, we have a new investors conference with CD Projekt Red and some interesting tidbits of news. First up, yes, the next update will be released in a couple of weeks, and is hopefully the next step in getting Cyberpunk 2077 to a polished AAA state. Cyberpunk stability was also referenced, mentioning that the crash rate is getting progressively smaller, and in the Q&A segment, Michael Nowakowski mentions that there is a set of metrics that has been established by Sony for the reinstatement of Cyberpunk 2077 to Sony's digital storefront. There's a process and they're in the midst of it, and that's all they can say from their side. Parallel development of The Witcher and Cyberpunk franchise will begin in 2022, and about 1/3 of the team are in the initial stages of preparing for this development. When it comes to patches, it seems like CDPR is moving away from them being overly technical to them improving things and enhancing the quality of the game itself. Finally, the last fact of interest was that the Reds also did mention that the expansions are looking to be big, on a similar scale to Blood and Wine and Hearts of Stone. That's all I have for you guys today. For more Cyberpunk content, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell.